Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and this is a Shang-Chi PvP showcase. Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. Shang-Chi with the reflect skill does a bunch of damage to Sentry, but now he's got no iframe ignore, but he snaps back with the iframe ignore third skill again. Now Shang-Chi waiting patiently, does the third skill again, does a ton of damage, but is almost dead. Now he's waiting, does the third skill again, and kills Sentry again. Are you noticing a pattern, ladies and gentlemen? He's waiting, he's doing absolutely nothing. Now he does the third skill, and he kills Ebony Maw with the third skill and the reflect. Now he's going to sadly perish to Colossus. But this is what you can expect when you're using Shang-Chi in PvP. Now, we're going to go through a little bit detail by detail. I just wanted to grab your attention first right off the bat in the video. Wow, that's a team. That's a real team. Interesting. Let's fight this team. But yeah, basically today we're just diving into Shang-Chi in PvP. I am going to give him a CTP eventually, but for now I just want to show you guys what he can do with an obelisk. She doesn't have any penetration. Okay, it's actually gonna be really interesting to see how he compares or how he plays against Silver Surfer, because I don't think that Shang-Chi is the best or the second best PvP character in the game. He's not Sentry and he's not Dr. Doom. Is he the third best PvP character in the game? Probably not. And that's probably going to be your indication of why. He gets stuck in his iframe on 5 and he gets punished by auto-reflect characters like Silver Surfer. He had his third skill available to him, but obviously I'm not playing manually, so I couldn't say, hey, Sean, maybe you should use your third skill. So basically, I think that the best way to explain and describe how you're going to feel playing Shang-Chi in PvP, especially if you play him on auto, is if he uses his third skill, he's good to go. He's good to go. He's going to get a massive heal. He's going to have all this reflect, and he's going to probably kill whoever he's attacking. There you go. Third skill equals win. Again, this is like 80 to 90% of the time, you're just going to automatically kill whoever you're fighting with that third skill. Now, if he gets caught in iframe attacks, if he gets... Okay, see? He popped the third skill. And he popped the Jean Grey. He's going to pop the third skill here. And so the AI for Shang-Chi actually prioritizes the third skill. Like, the AI won't go to the point of canceling the other skills to do the third skill, but he'll go almost as far, right? So that's what you can expect. My hair in my ear is tickling me. Anyways, that's what you can expect. However, you have to survive until that point. So that's really where your build is going to come into play, and it's really why some players are going to love Shang-Chi for PvP, and some players are going to think that he's just not that worth it. I don't know what Shang-Chi versus Shang-Chi looks like, but there you go. Whoever has their third skill up is going to win, and now it looks like I'm probably just going to lose to this Shang-Chi. Now this Shang-Chi has a, this is a CTP of, this is a mighty, he's got a mighty steel. Mighty Authority. So my Ebony ended up killing his Shang-Chi. Now if your Ebony, that was pretty good. If your Ebony is built for PvP, like with an Authority or a regen, then you're gonna have a pretty you're gonna have a pretty good chance against Shang-Chi. But yeah, basically it comes down to whoever is tankiest wins. So we're gonna do a few more fights here. I'm gonna have to be careful not to waste all of my runs, but I want to show you guys what he can do. I'm trying to switch here. There we go. Obviously giving him a little bit of time at the beginning to get that third skill off cooldown, because as you can see, it's got a really short cooldown, 6 seconds, right? So you just want to be able to pop that. Now if I was playing him manually here, I would just run away from Silver Surfer, and I would just easily bait out that third skill, and then I would do my 5th skill with a long iframe, and I would completely punish. So you can see on manual, he's actually pretty easy to play, right? And then you can just punish with the 4, reset the 5, and then punish, right? And he's going to use the third skill here, and he's actually going to kill Colossus to reflect. So the irony there is massive. But basically what it comes down to is survivability, right? Because he obviously has the damage if he can one-shot Sentry, if he can one-shot all these other characters. It comes down to survival. So you're going to need to stack him with HP Urus and the heal Odin's Blessing that you can get from Corvus World Boss Legend. And then you're going to have to get a lot of HP on your cards. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, I want to fight a Dr. Doom team because I think Dr. Doom is going to illustrate the problem that he has the most. I want to fight a Dr. Doom team. Okay, this is perfect. I choose this team specifically because I don't want to have to worry about Molecule Man. So he's going to take care of Molecule Man pretty easily here. The third skill is just going to one-tap Molecule Man. Oh, wow, he didn't one-tap. But Molecule Man doesn't have iframe ignore, so Shang-Chi actually has a really good chance against him. But yeah, essentially the difficulty is that Shang-Chi doesn't have an iframe that he can use to interrupt Doctor Doom's 5th skill the way that some other characters do, and then you really just have to survive the bombs in between the 5th skill. So as you can see here, like, I'm doing a lot of damage to Doctor Doom and I'm almost killing him, but if I can't survive these bombs, now I got lucky and I got my tier 3 skill off. He got very lucky and he got the tier 3 skill off. But if you can't survive all of that bomb damage, I don't know what this stands for, but this is like bomb damage. If you can't survive all of the damage, because as you can see, Shang-Chi doesn't interrupt Doctor Doom's 5th skill. And I want to show you that other characters do interrupt Doctor Doom's skill here. I'm going to show you. Okay, here, let me just fight this guy again. But we're gonna fight him in we're gonna fight him in friendly mode, because it doesn't really matter if I win or lose. Okay, so my Molecule Man is probably gonna kill his Molecule Man just because I'm a wiener. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what I'm about to show you is that Molecule Man he doesn't have iframe ignore, but he has very, very fast iframes. Shang-Chi has very slow iframes. This is a thing I've covered before in other videos. It's kind of boring. It doesn't really matter unless you really, really care about the nitty gritty of AI PvP. Like if you know, you play a lot of Alliance Conquest, basically. Wow, I'm gonna die here. All right, I used my 4th skill purpose. But watch this. He's gonna interrupt Doctor Doom's 5th skill. See? He uses iframes in between the attack, and look, he's iframing right now and he's dodging all the damage. You see that? So Doctor Doom's 5th skill, I'm gonna die maybe to the 4th skill, it's fine. But Doctor Doom's 5th skill only hit Molecule Man once or twice. Whereas, even though Shang-Chi has an iframe on 5, it's too slow to use for the AI. Look at this. He's iframing at the same time as Doctor Doom. He gets hit a little bit more here, but look, he goes right back into iframe, and he takes, you know, less than half of all that fire damage, the residual damage from the bombs, right? So as you can see here, Shang-Chi just stands here and then just cycles back into his 3rd skill. He gets the kill because he's tanky, right? Tankier than Molecule Man, and he has iframe ignore. But I'm just showing you guys because, yeah, see, Ebony Mock gives him a lot of trouble. I'm just showing you guys because it matters, and you'll wonder why your Shang-Chi is losing to some Doctor Dooms. That's why. Okay, so we ended up losing there. No worries. I do think Shang-Chi is good for PvP. I do believe that he's good for PvP, but it's a very one-dimensional build, and it's a very, like, he's good in a very one-dimensional way. It's just, you know, you're just gonna use 3 and then use 3 and then use. It's sort of like Silver Surfer, kind of like Silver Surfer, right? You're really banking on the 3rd skill to carry you, and you have to be careful of characters that have reflect because it's not an iframe, right? So that's basically what it comes down to. As far as my build recommendations, like I was saying, you just need to survive. Because he has such an insane heal, he's got a 60% heal, or sorry, 50% heal on his 3rd skill, and then he's got a 100% heal on his tier 3, which he actually charges up pretty quickly. Even if he's just spamming the tier 3, you saw he charged it up against Doctor Doom, he can do it. You just need to stack HP. You're just going to stack as much HP as possible. As you can see here, I've got 97,000 HP. I've got 2 Odin's Blessings, and I've got two heal Odin's Blessings, the heart one, and I've got 2 HP Uru. I can go way higher than this, but as you can see, I've got like a mixture of a PvP and PvE build, and I don't really want to destroy my PvE build for a PvP build. But yeah, I could give him another 6 HP Urus, and I could give him 2 more heal Odin's Blessings. So I could probably pump up his HP to 110,000, and that's before I address his obelisk. Now, the wins and losses that you just saw my Shang-Chi experience were with this obelisk right here. Guard break, lightning resist, 4 seconds of invincibility. That's it. So he can definitely get stronger and tankier and better, but it's going to cost you a CTP. Now, as far as the differences between, or actually, before we talk about the differences between authority and regen, I'm just going to highlight that he can work with an obelisk for PvP, but you're going to want to roll something a little bit better than this. Ideally, you would get guard break immunity, max HP, and then 4 or 5 seconds of invincibility, and you'd want that invincibility to trigger the activation rate when the HP is below 50%, not 40%. Now, that being said, an obelisk like this, with, let's say, crit damage, would be very, very similar to a CTP of Authority. I don't think a CTP of Authority by itself is going to be useful for Shang-Chi, because this is basically just a regular obelisk, an invincibility obelisk, with the extra accumulation. The accumulation is nice, but as we saw, Shang-Chi doesn't need the damage. He was almost one-shotting every single character that he did the third skill on. So it's not damage that he needs, it's survivability. So if you're gonna give him an authority, I recommend a mighty or a brilliant authority with the steal ability. And hopefully we can go over to the charts here and we can find some players who do have a mighty, perfect, or a brilliant CTP of authority. You do want that damage reduction, right? You want that all basic damage received decreases it by 50%, and then another 40% of constant. You just want it's called steal, basically, right? You want that steal effect if you're going to give him an authority. If you're going to give him an authority, I recommend a mighty or a brilliant, because you need that steal effect. If you don't have a mighty or a brilliant authority, that's fine. Don't give him a regular authority, because it's not going to give him, it's not going to be much different than an obelisk. You get what I'm saying? Like, some characters need the authority's damage bump and need the authority's crit damage. Shang-Chi doesn't need that because he's a beast, right? Offensively. So in that sense, in that case, I would recommend going for a CTP of regeneration. The recovery rate's really going to help him. He's got that heal. I really do think that a regen is going to synergize way more with him. And then you can have the added benefit. You can see I'm at 192% recovery rate now, and I've jumped up to 114% HP. And I could probably push that to 125,000. Sorry, I said percent. 125,000 HP if I went ahead and gave him all of those Urus. I also re-rolled his second gear on his uniform so that they're both HP. But yeah, I do think regen is the best option for him. If not a regen, then it has to be a mighty or a brilliant authority. And then of course, I think a brilliant regen would be by far the best option for him. But let's go back now and do a couple more fights here. In general, I think this is the best team for him because Molecule Man is going to provide a lot of defense. He provides, you know, the chain hit damage reduction. He provides he ignores all of these Colossus and I'm trying to switch here. All the Colossus, Mystique, Taskmaster buffs, and he also gives you the debuff immunity. I do think Molecule Man is the best lead. Obviously, you can substitute Molecule Man for any other debuff lead. You could even use Wasp. Where is Shang-Chi right now? But basically, I do think Shang-Chi is going to need the debuff immunity. See there, not enough damage. He got sort of interrupted. I think I got stunned, so I think we just got a little bit unlucky with the timing of the debuffs and the immunities. So that was just a bit of bad luck there. But I do think Dr. Doom is going to be his biggest challenge, which may be disappointing to some viewers because they were hoping Shang-Chi could kill Dr. Doom, because right now Dr. Doom is sort of the big headache in the game, and we already have cheaper options like Luke Cage to take out Sentry, etc. We ended up getting that win there. Ooh, I haven't seen Blue Marvel in a long time. But let's go ahead and find some more teams here. Yeah, let's fight a couple more Dr. Dooms and see if we can get some wins off. But yeah, giving him like a 5-second delay off the top is gonna really help your Shang-Chi. Like, yeah, it's fine if Molecule Man dies here, because now Shang-Chi can come in and do the third skill right away. He still gets guard broken, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, see, look at that, 100,000 damage. 100,000 damage. Ladies and gentlemen, Shang-Chi coming into the ring and dealing absolute savage damage. But here comes Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom, the ruler of Latveria. But, oh, the iframe ignore pops, but he gets the activation on the CTP of Authority. He's taking tons of damage. The fourth skill pops. Oh, but Shang-Chi heals through it. He heals through it, ladies and gentlemen, with 250,000 HP. He pops it again, activates the Authority again, but he's in trouble one more time. But nothing can defeat the forces of good and the forces of evil. He charges up to tier 3, ladies and gentlemen, in under a minute, which is unprecedented for PvP. What did he do? He just did the third skill a bunch of times. If you want to punch and kick your way to victory, build up Shang-Chi for PvP today. He's basically like a more graceful version. This is gonna be a tough one. The gauntlet of PvP champions. There's no supports here. There's just a bunch of annoying PvP threats. Hopefully they're built to be annoying as well. All right, okay, so Molecule Man sort of helped me out there. He weakened Sentry, but no worries. Yeah, if you basically just want a more graceful version of Luke Cage, He's sort of like a mixture of Luke Cage and Daredevil now that I think about it, because he's got Luke Cage's heal, and he's got just like a high damage iframe ignore counter attack like Daredevil, right? So yeah, that's so funny. Shang-Chi's kind of like a mixture. Oh, he pops the tier 3, then he pops the 3. He's gonna do so much damage. That actually wasn't that much damage. But yeah, this is interesting. He's gonna do the 3rd skill. See, he prioritizes the 3 so much. Boom. So if you can just keep popping the 3 over and over again, Shang-Chi has a really good chance of just beating almost any opponent. Really, I think Doctor Doom is the only one that's going to pose a real big threat to Shang-Chi. I think he's really, and maybe like a Daredevil type character, or sorry, not Daredevil, Luke Cage type character. So we're going to okay, sorry. Oh, I switched to the wrong character. Whoopsie. We got that 3rd skill. Doesn't get the kill there because of the authority. Okay, got the 3rd skill again, and boom with the reflect. But yeah, it's basically just 3. In that sense, he's kind of like a one trick type character. If he pops the 3, you're gonna see. If he can't, if there ain't no 3, let that man be. You know? Oh, so sometimes he gets the 5. He very rarely does the 5 though. I think he would be a legitimate. He's gonna die to. Oh, I thought he was gonna die to self reflect. I thought he was gonna do the 4th skill. I think Shang-Chi would legitimately be a contender for top 3 PvP if he had a higher iframe priority on his 5th skill. We're going to fight the number 1 player here. But yeah, if he had a higher priority iframe on his 5th skill, he would be, a force to be reckoned with. But here we go. We're going to tap in here. Shang-Chi jumps in the ring against Battery Low. No worries, Battery Low is gone. Shang-Chi's first foe is vanquished, but he's getting guard broken to hell by Sentry. He pops the 3rd skill, but it's no use. He's gonna have to use it again. Surprise, surprise, Sentry's confused, but he gets tapped for 104,000 damage, and he hits the deck like a bag of wet noodles. Boom! The potato chip is gone. I don't know what these nicknames are, but they work. Shang-Chi tries the 4th skill, doesn't work, so he tries the patented 3rd skill. But of course, another Doctor Doom with an authority because you guys have no creativity whatsoever. But he takes the Doctor Doom down anyways. Now he's going back, he pops the 3rd skill again, and lo and behold, I've got my tier 3, you B, so you're gonna taste my Shang-Chi. Boom, that rhymes. Okay, now I'm a rapper. Great, Shang-Chi against his mortal nemesis, type disadvantage, but he vanquishes every foe with the punches and kicks of a karate master. So yeah, there you go. I genuinely enjoy doing the commentary, so yeah, just, bear with me. So that's it. That's it for Shang-Chi. Let me know what you guys think of his PvP value. I do think it's there, 100%. It just basically is going to boil down to how much HP you have on your cards and how much HP you can give him, because he's just going to need to tank, and then unleash the 3rd skill. And then everything dies, pretty much, more or less. The only trick is going to be characters with an authority, because he doesn't have penetration on this 3rd skill. So you would have to follow it up with nothing, because he has no penetration on any of his skills. Okay, he is on his tier 3. Now, let me just address one more thing. Because he doesn't have penetration, some people are going to be quick to suggest a CTP of destruction. Why have I already covered that a CTP of destruction is a terrible option for him? Because it doesn't provide any defenses. And Shang-Chi is not going to win by striking first. He's going to win by surviving, because he has that 50% heal that he can pop off every 6 seconds, right? When a character has something consistent like that, you want to take advantage of that and build around that. Now, the destruction, you can roll the dice. You can have a 30% chance to penetrate, a 30% chance to kill the character, or a 70% chance to lose. Those are terrible odds, right? Because if you don't kill him with that first 3rd skill, then they're going to kill you for sure with the CTP of destruction, because you have no defenses, right? 0 defenses. Now, maybe if they introduce a reforged destruction and it has a bunch of defenses, I'll be singing a different song. But for now, I'd say it's regen or mighty authority or bust, or an obelisk with a really amazing roll, and then just stack tons of HP. So hopefully that's been helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Smash the like if you did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.